Welcome to Relay.
Ha.
Oh God. What happened? Oh.
I'm good at this.
That's the Relay theme song, right?
Ho ha ha ha. Ho
Yeah.
ha. Ho ha. Ho
Yeah.
ho ha ha. Ho
Nailed it.
ha. Ho ha.
We did it.
New song. Hope everyone enjoys it.
Yeah. We did it. Hello everybody. Welcome to the show. I slightly forgot we had a show today, but that's okay.
I mean, we've only done one other one,
Yeah, that's true.
technically, due to
tell your friends about this new show. Tell
Yeah.
your dog.
Your
Tell
dog
your
is
cat.
our favorite viewer.
it's true.
Tell your grandma. No, especially tell your grandma. I want to have an audience of exclusively grandmas, or like at least an overwhelming majority, grandmas. Yes, Shiver. Shiver. That's why you're on staff, my friend.
It's because you're
That's-
our friends too.
Yeah, that's how it works. My headset is cutting out for some reason. I don't know why.
My beer is open now.
Hello. Hey, this is the show where we talk about video games that are not Star Citizen.
Yeah, because we like other video games, and we want to talk
yeah.
about them.
There's a lot of them, turns out, and we like them quite a bit, so we're gonna talk about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the show. Let's go ahead and get started.
Okay.
Well, our first segment.
Whereas, oh right, our first segment. Yeah, Jake. How can I help you?
David, what you playing?
All right. So, what am I playing?
What you playing?
I'm playing some Divinity Original Sin.
The original Sin?
The enhanced edition, but Divinity Original Sin.
The first one.
1. Yes, not 2.
Okay. Not 2.
No.
One.
So with a group of friends I've got, we went through all of Baldur's Gate. We went through Neverwinter Nights, Baldur's Gate 2, and now we've started
co-op RPG tear right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's our D&D group that just merged over to playing
Video games
instead. So we are now going through Divinity 1. It is a stunningly good game.
How large is your group?
6?
6?
Yeah.
Okay. If Multiverse supports 6 when it comes out, I'll DM a game for you guys.
Sweet.
It's both. So your D&D group has become your video game group. What if tabletop and video games just smoosh together?
I'm okay with smushing. I like some smushing.
That is Multiverse, and I'm very excited for that.
Multiverse. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, it's basically a tool set. It's not really a game,
right?
It's a tool set.
Okay.
So basically, they want to take Roll20 to another tier of
sounds good to me.
Stuff. Basically, making animations and stuff like that, and they're also going to enable like Steam Workshop level content being added to it. So
Sweet.
you pay the artist directly. The Multiverse dev take like a I think they said it's a 3% cut.
Good.
And
see, when you're talking about cuts that people who do nothing take, it should be somewhere around 3 to 5%.
Yeah, they provide the platform.
They provide the platform.
And the code,
they broker
the base code.
If they're not doing the work, take like. Yeah, I like that. What else I've been playing? I've been playing a little bit of Before We Leave, uh,
Mm-hmm.
in like meetings and stuff because it's a really nice sim game that I've been playing that's pretty easy to do while on meetings, honestly.
What's it
Uh,
about?
it's about something happened to the Earth. You and your people come
Uh-huh.
out of like a vault underground after 100 years or whatever.
You're playing Fallout the Sim.
But there's no. It's just like your only enemy is the pollution that you cause, right?
Mhm.
Oh,
And
okay.
you're starting from nothing, and you're trying to learn to farm again and sail again and build stuff up, and you've got to rebuild your society from the ground up, and research and expand to other continents and get more research and eventually leave the planet. It's cool. It's cute. I like the art style. It's really neat, like hex grid. It's calming, and I like calming. I've also been playing some PC building simulator
Uh-huh.
because I really want to build myself a new PC, and I'm going to in a couple
Now,
months.
so I haven't looked that far into PC Building Simulator. I'm about to right now.
Okay.
Um, can I build custom loops in here? Like custom water loops?
I think so, yeah.
'Cause
It gives you parts that you're able to like put together.
if I can do that, that would be extremely helpful
Yeah.
for me.
It helps planning.
All right.
I
yeah,
I
'cause-
can I can check
Oh,
it.
you can. I'm literally looking at it right now.
There you go.
Okay. Wow. This is awesome. All right.
Yep.
That might be worth $20. Um,
It doesn't have
Shiver, that is absolutely true. A 0 out of 10. You don't. There's no risk of physical injury.
It's pretty good. It's got like a career mode where you start off and you're handed a PC repair shop, and you have to you take people's
Real-
orders and like clean out their PCs and
David, real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
I scrolled down the page for PC building simulator,
Yeah.
and it says, "Hey, check out the upcoming new title from this developer." I'm like, "Oh, okay." It is Balsa Model
yes,
Flight Simulator.
it's VR. There's a demo for it right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Balsa Wood Planes.
yeah, in VR that you put together and throw.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah.
But also why? But also that's amazing.
Well,
But-
as far as I can tell,
why?
like these guys did PC building simulator. They did House Flipper. There's another one.
They did House Flipper?
I think so.
Hold on. The Irregular Corporation.
Did they do it, or is it just
Top sellers. They
more
did
by?
not.
It might no. It might not be them.
They have a tycoon.
Sorry, it's
Tycoon
in the
management
more.
game.
It's in more like this. They didn't do it,
Oh.
but
This looks cool. They have a robot manufacturing tycoon game
yeah.
called Good Company, and it looks actually really great.
But yeah, there are two modes to PC building simulator. One, you sort of build your shop up from the ground. You've got almost no parts to build with, and the other is free build. Just grab literally anything you want from their list of thousands of parts and build whatever machine you want.
Oh man,
So
that's cool.
yeah, and the last thing I've been playing, I started up Dragon.
Why? Have you never played it?
I've never beat it.
Okay, Dragon Age Inquisition. Sorry, I interrupted.
Oh,
Dra-
very, very good game actually.
Very
I've-
good game.
I've played the first like 4 or 5 hours, I think 3 times.
Oh man,
Uh-huh.
you didn't even do the thing.
Yeah,
my
there's
God.
a big thing that happened.
There's a really big thing.
Well, I have not done the thing.
Yeah,
Well, you have to at least do the thing.
you got to do the thing.
So, yeah.
It's about a third of the way into the game.
Okay.
The end of Act 1.
Yeah.
Great
So
game.
I was looking
Great
at. I was
game.
like, I want to play something. I want to play something good. I'm gonna finally play Dragon Age Inquisition.
That's
That
a
was
good
a good
idea.
choice.
Good timing as well, because Bioware is. We're probably going to get something
Yes.
about Dragon Age Thursday.
Yep.
not like soon. It's Thursday.
Thursday. Well,
Yeah.
EA's got their thing, so they're probably announcing something. But yeah,
All right.
Dragon Age 4.
Jake,
Um,
what you playing?
Not much because I'm doing homework, but still playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But I also got back into World of Warcraft. But I wanted to talk about it a little bit because did any of you guys play or have the desire to play World of Warcraft Classic?
No.
I played World of Warcraft Classic back when it was just World
Yeah,
of Warcraft at
well,
launch.
yes.
I played it when it
Also
was
me.
new.
Also me. But okay, yeah. Hey, WoW Classic, it's just vanilla WoW with modern resolution.
Okay,
Somehow they
fair enough.
did that. And the new and it has like BattleNet support. So like
I just had this vision of some developer sitting there going undo, 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 undo.
I'm surprised they had the build.
Right? That was. I
but-
think they. I don't know if they did have it because they were asking. Remember, they asked the community for those
Yeah.
the server shards that they had
That's
like sold
true.
off. They're like, can you please give us back to us?
We need to look at them again.
How did we do this 20 years ago?
So, especially playing the contrast between the two, I personally, and there's all sorts of memes, there's all sorts of people just like ragging on World of Warcraft, but I gotta say, World of Warcraft is in one of the better places it's ever been. There's an absolute just embarrassment of wealth of content.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Now there's an
to-
enormous
to
amount.
play. Even if you just count this expansion, there's at least like 100 hours of content in this expansion alone. So it's
Wow.
It's a big game. It's also been
it's a
going for
big game.
how many
Did-
years?
question.
15 years.
Have they?
Yeah.
60. It came out in 2004, so 16 years.
Yeah, it'll be 16 this year.
Mhm.
God.
In October,
I-
November.
I used to cover World of Warcraft before it came out. Like as a games news person. I actually did an interview way back in the day. I think you might actually still be able to find it online with the first guy who ever played World of Warcraft that wasn't a Blizzard employee.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah, he was a games journalist, and I interviewed him because I'm like, you're the first person to play it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So World of Warcraft, it started with how many classes? 8?
oh jeez, not many.
It was
5?
warrior, rogue, paladin, shaman, mage,
Priest.
warlock, priest,
Yeah, those are all original.
and there's
That's it.
one more.
Is there?
No, there's one more.
Oh, right.
Druid.
Oh yeah, to the druid. Yeah, those are all
Right, yeah.
original. You're right.
Those are the original classes. They now have monk, death knight, and demon hunter.
Mhm.
So they've actually only added 3 in 15 years. Because I imagine, man, that's got to be really hard to balance.
Yep.
But so they've added 3. There's no indication that they're adding more in this expansion. Neither that nor races. Races have exponentially increased. So
Oh yeah.
the original races on the Alliance were humans, dwarves, gnomes, night elves,
That was it.
and that's it. And then
Yeah.
the Horde was orcs, undead, tauren, and
Trolls.
trolls. Then they added Draenei and blood elves, and then they added goblins and worgen.
Mm-hmm.
They added pandas for both, pandas can be either
The
faction.
Panda expansion was amazing.
Yes,
But anyway,
Mr. Pandaria was
was.
incredible. Top tier World of Warcraft expansion.
Yeah.
And then after the pandas, they started to add races that they're basically reskins, but they're really cool reskins.
Well, and they also started removing some of the restrictions. Like at the beginning, I think
Yep.
only the cows and like so few races could be
Yeah.
druids, and so few.
So, Citizen Tibetarius, I agree with you. There was a little bit of trend chasing, but here's the thing: the trend chasers made themselves known, immediately fizzled out, and now there's 2 traditional MMORPGs. 2
Mhm. I know.
that exist.
It's the
WoW and FF14.
honestly,
Yes.
in my mind, it actually like really emphasizes how good a game World of Warcraft was and continues to be. That 15 years later, it's still unassailable.
It's still
like
the king. Yep.
There,
Yeah.
I don't like WoW. There are MMOs that I thought were better than WoW, but they died, and WoW
Yep.
didn't.
WoW's just got that appeal, man. So it's the art style. It's like the convergence of like popular fiction all smashed together into one world. It has a through line, which a lot of MMOs didn't have for a very long time.
Mhm.
And yeah, and
The
no,
other-
and I totally understand. Like some people find it boring. I
Yeah.
totally get that. It's literally like it's the lukewarm middle between turn-based and an action RPG is
yeah,
what it is.
totally.
The interesting thing with WoW and with other MMOs that have come out since WoW is WoW has had 16 years to add content. There is a metric ton of content, and I look at other MMOs that I thought were better. Dungeons and Dragons Online. I loved that game. I thought it was fantastic. But it failed because it didn't have the content. So, and if you watch when it launched, tons of people got it, played it, hit max level, finished their shit, and they were like, okay, well, I'm going back to WoW, right? Nothing's been able to match the depth of stuff to do, and I don't know that anything ever will.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like even in vanilla, WoW had just an immense amount of content just out of the gate. It was ready. It had tons and tons of content. There was like 7 or 8 dungeons at launch, and then by the time they patched it in, they added
and just
3 or 4 raids.
a gigantic world too.
Yeah,
The world was
huge.
huge.
So and so that's the problem, is that a lot of MMOs tried to come at WoW, and they didn't take enough. They wanted to hit the market fast.
Yeah.
To capture the zeitgeist, and because of that, they didn't focus on the content that they needed to keep up with WoW. So when and that was kind of the bad thing about Star Wars Galaxies, that it had all that. It just decided to be terrible.
It was
Anyway,
so good,
it
and
was
then they
the
decided to
absolute
change it, and it
tragedy.
became so bad.
Then they followed up with the Old Republic, and man, that game is excellent. I wish it had the content that I wanted when it hit, and now I just don't have the time to spend on that thing.
Speaking of time,
Riscavian, I could talk to you all day about how much EA is totally not the touch of death, but that
They
we'll
have
save that
been.
for
You have to agree that they have been.
But
They
in
killed,
the
like,
last
15
6
studios.
years,
they've gotten better.
6 years,
because I got to Maxis, and that will never, ever, ever not piss me off.
Bullfrog, Westwood.
But they aren't as bad as they used to be, because if they had continued to be as bad as they used to be, they would have ceased to have existed. Oh man, I can't even talk.
The worst, the real touch of death now is Activision. So
Yep.
Yep.
Yup.
They decided
Period.
to take on the title.
I think Activision is more the touch of death than EA ever was, to be
Yep.
honest.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, they've been really
Activision
bad
are
recently.
the worst. So,
Because they topple greats like Blizzard and Bungie.
Yeah.
So,
Blizzard, Bungie, and original Infinity Ward.
yep.
And
That's okay. We got Respawn instead.
Ubisoft started to go that direction and managed to pull a very quick 180.
Ubisoft turned around. They were like, "No, we got to stop this every year sequel stuff," and they stopped it. And then they came out with some of their best shit.
Yep.
And
Weird.
You know what?
okay,
You know how-
Eric. I
There's
don't
that-
want to get into an argument about EA and Activision right now.
There's this great, everyone knows the great quote from The Dark Knight. You either die the hero or live long enough to become the villain.
Yeah.
We've seen that happen so many times in gaming. It happens over and over and over and over again. All the great companies eventually turn crap.
And like, if I look at EA and I look at BioWare, Anthem is so close to being a good game, and they can still pull it out to be a good game.
Did anyone even buy it?
I did.
I don't think
I actually bought it again at $10 because
I haven't even heard of them working on Anthem to fix it though.
they are. They've said that they're doing.
They're doing a No Man's Sky, my
Yep.
dude. they're building it
Why?
from scratch.
It was $10.
Because they believe in it.
It was $10 on Amazon on a physical
Eric-
copy, so I bought it.
Eric, I would agree with you. I would also say why, but man, No Man's Sky is real good,
Yep.
and it also reminds me of Final Fantasy 14, which came out and was an absolute
It was a
utter
disaster.
disaster.
Yep.
Mhm.
If they
I just-
believe in it, they can pull it around. And
If
it
they
already,
believe in it, I
Anthem
will
already
gladly
has
give them money.
the best, the best feeling movement for
if they didn't have some of the moment to moment stuff nailed as much as they do, I would agree with you that it's a lost cause. But man, they've got something there.
Is it
And-
online? Is it online only?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's a
Oof.
Destiny club.
Okay, I'm glad they're gonna try. Pulling it out of the fire a year or 2 or 3 after you fail to launch is gonna be really hard for a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
Fallout
mean,
76 has kind of done it. Look at
Except-
more recent reviews of Fallout 76.
Yeah, but reviews don't matter. Is anyone playing the game?
They are. More people are playing it now than they did originally. Like it's doing okay. Anyway, I wanted to say, Eric, what are you playing?
Yeah. So I have. I started to delve into the that Itch.io 1700 game pack.
Yep. We'll talk about that in a sec.
And we'll touch on that more in a moment. But I played a game called A Short Hike, which is fantastic.
Oh, what a game!
And it's
What
all
a game!
it's all keyboard controls. It's got like pixelated graphics, but it is so much fun. It plays so well, and I don't even know how to describe it, but it's basically just this.
Go into it blind.
Okay,
Yeah.
go into it blind.
Yes.
Um,
Please go check out that game. It's in the
It's in
that
the bundle
pack.
if you bought it.
Let's
It's
talk
called
about
A
that
Short
bundle.
Hike.
Let's just cover
So,
that bundle right now then.
Sure.
Okay, sure.
Because I think it's really important. Can someone paste it in the chat? There's an
it's-
itch.io bundle.
It's gone though, just so you're aware.
Wait, is it?
Yeah, that's why I
Oh,
changed
no.
the whole paragraph about it.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you missed
we
out.
can
Yeah, dummies.
You missed
link
out
it and everything,
if you didn't
but-
get it, but it was 1,700. No, oh, it ended today at 3.
So-
Damn.
1,741 items
For $5.
for $5 US.
DRM free, every single one of them. They made $8 million off this
Yep.
for
And
charity.
An absolutely incredible set of games as well. It has like
Just-
Celeste,
Yeah.
Night in the Woods, Short Hike. What was the other one that was in there?
There were RPG rule books. There were like
The Social Justice Warriors video game.
yeah.
Another game I played called Quiet as a Stone that's really weird and cool.
Yeah.
It's
Um,
gonna take. It will take years to
Nuclear
look through
Throne.
everything that's in there.
Itch.io's
Niku.
currently trying to code some kind of page so people can actually sort it.
Yeah,
Because right now it's just you go through page after
It's a
page. after
mess,
page.
dude.
it's everything. It's
Oh,
almost
man.
2,000
So good.
games.
However, right after this one expired, we might as well mention the other one that just popped up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Humble Bundle now has a Fight for Racial Justice bundle. It is $30 US, but it comes with many like huge games.
Extremely good video game.
This War of Mine, FTL, BioShock, Kerbal
Hyperlight
Space
Drifter.
Program, Titan Quest, Surviving
Surviving
Mars,
Mars.
which is a
Yep.
great game.
No Time to Explain.
Yep.
Yeah,
Guys,
It's
you're
just
forgetting
tons of
the
amazing-
key
Oh,
here.
and Elite Dangerous.
No. You're forgetting the key game here. Sonic
Uh-huh.
All-Stars Racing.
Dude,
Of
don't
course.
even hate on that game.
I'm not.
It
I'm
is
not.
wonderful.
I'm legitimately
It
not
is
hating
wonderful.
on it. It's a good.
That game
It's a
is
good Mario Kart.
top
Like
tier. That game is better than some Mario Kart
Yes.
games.
It's another fantastic bundle. They've raised $1 million with that already. I own
And it also.
I own almost every single game in there. I still bought a copy because I want to support the fight for racial justice.
Yep.
There's also a few comics in there and
Yep.
about 15, 20 books as well. All included in that bundle. It's a great deal. $1,200 worth of stuff for $30.
Yep.
And yeah. But another game I played in the bundle, the Itch.io bundle, just because it sounded interesting and it was short, is a game called One Night Stand, and it's literally exactly what it sounds like. It's a visual novel of what happens if you wake up after
Yeah,
one
I
night
saw
stand and
that.
don't remember anything, and it was actually interesting.
That's cool.
And that was an entertaining adventure. Got myself into a lot of trouble, which is good. But yeah, and also I did play that game called Quiet as a Stone. It is a bizarre but really cool and well built game. I have a hard time explaining it. It's kind of like an environment simulator. You basically smash things and collect gems and build environments, and it's very open feeling and doesn't really have a lot of structure to it, but it's cool. Tons of great stuff in there. And yeah, that's it for me, and we are on to all of the news.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, it's time. Hey, look over there! It's news. This is where some fancy graphics throw in and go like,
Yeah.
"Hey, it's
Well,
news."
we'll have-
Doo, doo, doo.
We'll have production someday.
Just imagine that there's like
Someday.
a rolling news.
We'll
You
have
get
it
it.
at some point.
Yeah,
We
you
should
get
just
it.
record you doing that and then just play that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that,
Fly
honestly.
across the screen. Yeah. Done.
So
yeah,
let's
we talked about the bundles.
So
Yeah.
who knows? Well, yeah. Is
I
there
know
anything else you
nothing
wanna
about
say?
this.
I saw that and I just loved it. It was so lots of sports have been pretty much canceled due to COVID, And some sports have done, like soccer. They've been doing a lot of like for charity. One player from each soccer club, and they'll all go in a match and like play as their soccer club and see who wins for charity.
Mhm.
People watch it. But it sounds like Formula E were legitimately holding races in a video game, and the races were ranked as like part of their season. And
That's
some driver who was doing who was able to place all right in normal races was sucking at the video game version of it. So he actually hired a professional video game player to play the game for him to place first.
Man, that the pro game player has no shame. Zero shame.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh my god.
It's hilarious.
That's
And weird.
It's
terrible. All right.
so bad. Anyway, so both of them actually got
Hey.
banned for a while, which like, why would you
Hey.
do that?
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, they wanted to win.
What's up, Jake?
We'll
Apparently
talk
really
about
bad.
we'll talk about Baldur's Gate when we go through a bunch of cool stuff that was shown off last week. So
Okay.
we'll just keep on trucking.
Okay, so this news is a couple of weeks old now, just because we had 1 week that we devoted to Black Lives Matter, and then we had a week that we canceled because I hit myself in the head with a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
That was a week ago, actually.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Mhm.
But it sounds like Steam is announcing, or has announced, and are working on something called Steam Cloud Play, which sounds like NVIDIA Now, but it's hosted by Valve, and you buy your game on Steam, and then you can stream it. Which, okay.
All right. Sure.
I mean, so they have cloud computing,
Yeah.
is what they're doing, or are you
Basically.
streaming it from your own home system?
I think you're streaming it from their cloud, is the idea.
Because streaming from your home system has been a thing for like years now.
Yeah, no. It was sounding in what I was reading like it was they are having their own cloud that you stream from,
Interesting.
which is okay. I like the NVIDIA one, but if Steam's doing it too, then that's great. Everything's on Steam anyway.
Oh, a lot of it, yeah.
Yeah.
This is interesting. Go ahead.
It was more interesting 2 weeks ago when we had nothing else to talk about, but
Still interesting.
another shiny new VR headset coming out from HP. Sounds like VR headsets are still they're still making improvements, which is good because it suggests that VR is not dead.
Oh, it's absolutely not, and we'll talk about
No,
that
it's
here in
coming.
a moment.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that here in a moment.
One of the things notable about this is it has by far the highest resolution per eye that I've seen from any headset.
Yeah.
The Reverb G2. They're rocking 2160 by 2160 per eye.
Yeah.
That
It's,
is extremely high.
and it's less expensive than the Index also.
Do we have a price for it?
I
Is
think
it
they
ro-
were saying like
is
700
it room
US or
scale?
something. I believe so, yeah.
Does it have the haptic feedback that
It is.
the Index controllers do?
Not
It's
sure.
$600 US.
600,
that
yeah.
headset.
For the headset.
Because
It
the,
looked
the whole reason why I want the Index is for the controllers
Mhm.
more than anything.
Mhm.
Like room scale plus those controllers is why I'm going with the Index. As much as I hate to give Valve money, they made a good headset.
they made a good headset.
Yeah, I've heard
See,
nothing
people?
but amazing things about that.
I'm not. I don't. My principles don't stop me from consuming the good art. Okay.
Yep. Something
I
I would
hate
like to.
Valve. I hate them. I'm going to play Half-Life. I'm going to do it.
Um, just to add a bit more to this topic, they don't really talk about the controllers much, but the headset does include 2 motion controllers. So,
Okay.
but that's a pretty spectacular price for a decent headset. What?
Shiver got me.
Uh-oh.
With
Uh-oh.
what?
What did he
Wait,
do?
what?
He said it's okay. I hate myself, but I still play it. Oh.
Wow, that was good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tibetarius, I have a Vive now, but one of the controllers does not work.
Oh, that's not cool.
I had to fix mine. I had to rip it open and fix it and put it back together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I am not.
Are we doing
nearly
this?
I'm like half a Gabe Newell.
Are we doing
Should we
this
talk
or are we
about
moving
Last
this
of
to
Us
later?
now or not later?
No, yeah. Let's
No?
talk about Last of. This is not new game. This is game that has had 17 trailers and is coming out in 2 days.
Yeah.
So The Last of Us is coming out on
Last
Friday.
of Us 2.
Last of Us 2, Part 2. The Last of It's actually called The Last of Us Part 2, and it is Roman. I'm correcting the document that only David and Eric will see, just because. The Last of Us. The Last of Us Part 2.
Okay.
It is not on PC, no, because it is a first party Sony studio. Be like seeing The Legend of Zelda on PC. The answer is with emulation, you will get there. Actually, fun fact, Dolvac actually informed me of this recently. RPCS3, the emulator.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called.
Okay.
Is running The Last of Us now.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Here's the thing
They've
about
got
PCs.
they've got PS3 emulation.
Here's the thing
going.
about PCs. Everything eventually comes to PC. It just takes time.
It
Sometimes
takes
a decade.
it takes almost a decade in this case, but
Yes.
It takes time.
like
yes.
Red Dead. The
but
first-
everything eventually comes to PC. So
anyway, The Last of Us 2, one of the highest rated video games of all time and one of my personal favorite games of all time, is getting a sequel, and the reviews are in. It is leagues better than the first one and is now the number 2 highest rated game of the generation and in the top 40 games of all time.
96 out of 100.
it's pretty good. I
Um,
will play it when it
also,
hits PC.
Noskavian, you are 100% correct. PS4 emulation is going to be super easy once we get there, because it's all x86. It's going to be real easy.
hardware. PS3 is a biatch because of that stupid cell processor.
Yeah.
they had.
Yeah, that thing's weird. The PlayStation 3 is terrible.
It's actually part of why
terrible
I
concept.
really think that, like, I actually think that, Jake, you're slightly wrong. I think there's
What?
a much bigger chance than previously that they just bring it
Sure.
to PC.
Except that
Maybe.
this week they like quadrupled down on having exclusives.
Yeah.
They're
And
like,
it's
our
gonna be-
exclusives are everything to us. Blah.
Yeah, and they will be, but maybe are they going to put it on PC? They might. Are they going to put it on PS Now? Probably. Last of Us is on PS Now.
So here's the thing.
think so.
Here's the thing with this.
Yep.
The only Sony game that you could conceivably count as first party that is coming to PC is Horizon. That's it. You cannot count anything made by Quantic Dream. You cannot count anything made by Media Molecule.
But
You
Horizon's
cannot
coming.
You cannot
It's still
count
something.
anything that is made by what was the other one? The Journey, Journey
Yeah.
came to PC recently. All of those contracts ended. That's why they're on PC. So
But
it
Horizon's
wasn't
Horizon's different though, right?
because the details of that contract are very different. Guerrilla is not wholly owned by Sony.
Right.
So
I don't know. I think that
don't
Sony.
hold your breath is what
I'm not holding
saying.
my breath, but I am. There's also been talk between Sony and Microsoft of like opening things up slightly more, and they're finally allowing some crossplay between the two of them in the last couple of years. Like, I feel like the absolute like Sony is Sony, Microsoft is Microsoft. That's it. Like angry console wars are starting.
Yeah,
to...
it's changing mostly because
it's
Microsoft
changing.
is mostly because Microsoft is like, we don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah,
Um,
but that's important. And if they are like, we don't care, we just want games, then maybe like
Well-
I think there's some softening. Is what I'm
just
saying.
so we can be
So-
clear, Last of Us is not on PS now.
No.
Okay. There's some other. I know
Um,
they've put other stuff on there. God of War is on there.
Here's
was.
the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Also, you say this as if it's a known quantity that Sony is a reasonable group of people.
Oh
They're
no.
not.
Oh no, I know they're not.
And they're the least reasonable out of any of them. Believe it or not, they're worse than Nintendo.
I know. I'm just. There's still some
I would
hope.
say no. I would say we would see a Mario title on a personal computer before we would see a first-party PlayStation game on PC. Guarantee it. Guarantee it.
I've actually heard rumors that Nintendo's talking about that already.
Yeah.
Putting Mario games on other devices.
The other thing is, you say this like, oh, they're starting to soften up. It's really Microsoft who's doing that,
Mhm.
and the reason for that is they're at
So,
the bottom of the race.
This is
They
from
have
January.
nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose.
Jake,
Yeah,
this is from January.
But
But
there's one this week though.
this is from a while ago, but sources familiar with Sony's plans say select marquee PS4 titles will be released as purchasable dedicated games on PC. The first is going to be Horizon. There's rumblings that Dreams is going to cross over.
That's Media Molecule again.
But
very
there's
second party.
apparently there's talk of either them coming to Steam or Epic, or even Sony doing their own game front, like storefront.
I'll believe
I don't want to. I
man.
wouldn't rule anything out. I don't know.
We were supposed to see Bloodborne PC come out, and that didn't happen. And that's a third party studio that Sony owns the rights to a singular IP. Like literally all the other FromSoft games are on every console except for Demon Souls and Bloodborne. So
Demon Souls. Anyway, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
But anyway, let's
continue.
So this one was kind of interesting.
wait, to wrap up, The Last of Us 2 is one of the highest rated games of all time. You should probably check it out.
If you can. Yeah. If you can afford to figure out a way to play it. Yes.
I am
Absolutely.
taking a day off this week in order to crush it.
Don't blame you in the slightest.
I'm ready for Naughty Dog to stab me in the heart once again.
Last of
So,
Us 1 was
a game that,
is near and dear to everyone's heart.
yeah. So basically, what happened here is that, so this is KSP2, so Kerbal Space Program 2, has switched developers. Which sounds bad.
It probably is.
The details of
little
this one are pretty weird. I'm just trying to make sure I get the details right. So this is going to be published by Private Division, and it was being developed by Star Theory. Apparently, after they had signed their contract and everything, Star Theory went back and said we don't like the contract, and so on and so forth. And Private Division said fine, that we're not. We're basically just gonna say no. We're not changing the contract, and the Star Theory closed, and they changed developers over to Intercept Games. Intercept Games does not have a Wikipedia page, so
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see how that all works out. But I hope it will be okay, but I'm gonna take a reserved stance on KSP2 until we see more about it.
Yep.
All right, you want to pick up with the Valorant one there, Jake?
Yeah, Riot being cool as they do exactly half the time. All bans they issued to cheaters in the beta have carried over to the live release, so that's pretty cool. Still a little iffy on the anti-cheat methods they're using. For me, the only reason why it has ever been iffy for me is because it blocks CPU-Z, but specifically an older version of CPU-Z, and which has CPU-Z is a CPU temps and performance monitoring software.
Yep.
It's openware, which means you can license it and put it in literally anything, which every single hardware manufacturer for PC did in fact do. They put it it's in IQ from Corsair, it's in the Asus motherboard monitoring stuff from Asus, in the MSI software. It's in literally everything. And unfortunately, a lot of people's temperatures depend on using software like that. So whenever you load up Valorant, it's like, nope, we shut that crap on down. So now your PC will light itself on fire.
Yeah.
So here's the thing though. I don't blame them for blocking it because there is an actual exploit in that software that cheaters have and still do take advantage of. So they have good reason to block it. What this has actually uncovered is that most of these like hardware manufacturers are using like an 8 version old CPU-Z plugin for their software. So if they would just update it to the newer version, everything would be fine. But for some reason, they don't. So I don't know if this is Riot's fault. I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Update your software.
Moving
Yeah.
on.
Demon Souls.
All right, this is also part of the thing. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about
Okay.
new games announced at the last part of the.
Fine. Okay.
Hey, if you don't have Minecraft, now's a real good time to buy it.
Yeah.
From now until the 19th, all profits for Minecraft will go to various Black Lives Matter charities. So please go do that. If you don't own Minecraft in the year of our Lord 2020,
How?
what's going on?
How
What's
have you
going on?
gotten this far
Oh,
without
boy.
owning Minecraft?
Minecraft is a game that, with mods, is totally genreless.
That is
It
true.
is all games put together.
It's even got RTX now, or ray tracing now.
It does on the Windows version. Not
On the Windows version,
Java
yeah.
version. The
But-
Java version is the moddable one.
Yeah, get the
or
Java
one
one.
that's easily. Well, you get both.
Oh yeah,
So-
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tons of EA games have finally hit Steam.
Yep.
Origin has given up.
So it is all of EA's catalog except
Apex.
I believe, yeah. So it's all their current lineup of games. So it's Apex Legends. Actually, both Titanfall games are not on Steam.
Yeah.
The Sims 4, the current FIFA, and the current Battlefield game.
Okay, so most of them.
No, 5 is on Steam.
5. It
I
is?
thought 5 was on Steam. I thought so.
Oh, let's find out.
We all
It
open
is?
up our Steam
Yeah,
window.
Battlefield
that we already
5's
have
on Steam.
open.
There it is.
The thing to look out for though.
$25.
Actually, I don't think Anthem made the cut actually, but they're
No, it
they're
didn't.
like they've given up on Anthem while they rebuild it.
Yeah. So,
Entirely.
but Dragon Age Inquisition is now
Yeah.
on Steam.
Oh, that's weird.
All of I think did they put Andromeda on here?
I thought so. Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, it's there.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's there.
Okay.
Yep.
It's $15.
The thing.
Listen, I
one-
have bad things to say about Mass Effect Andromeda. However, it's a good time. You should probably play it for $10.
The thing to note is that some of the games are still cheaper on Origin. They're all on sale
yes.
on Steam. Some of them are more on sale on Origin.
Completely makes sense. Completely makes sense. Niskavian actually, what's funny is the reason why I don't like Mass Effect Andromeda has nothing to do with the animations. Spoiler, BioWare has always had really bad face animations.
It's true.
Always. It's because they have 17 billion years of dialogue that they have to animate, and
Yeah.
they decided to not do that. So,
Yeah, who cares, right?
yeah.
Eric, did you want to take this one? This is good news.
This is great news.
Yeah, it's great news. Paradox Interactive has agreed to sign collective agreements with 2 unions in Sweden, covering all of their workers in Sweden, all 200 of them. They also, obviously, due to national borders and stuff, they won't have union agreements right away with their other studios across the world, but they have said they will sign similar agreements in all other countries.
Here's a fun fact. Unions are really good unless they're police unions.
Well, unless they get to be corrupt and overly powerful, but in general, especially in industries that haven't had unions much,
Yeah.
they're often desperately needed. The games development is a good example.
Games
Yeah,
development
I
and
refuse to work-
animation.
I actually refuse to work in video games, and I've had a couple offers until they unionize. Because I took a look at some fine print, and oh boy, I am a very dispensable person.
Yep.
So
It's you can say what you want about unions, but they force companies to treat employees like people. And at the end of the day, we are all people, and we should all be treated as such. Period.
all right,
One of the
let's
things
keep-
I really like about this, and just quickly,
Yeah.
one of the things I really like about this announcement, they're not even done with this agreement yet, and Paradox was already like, "We're gonna sign it whenever it's done. We're good with it."
Yep.
You know, so they are definitely an active partner. Paradox is an amazing developer. Go buy their stuff. Yeah.
I'm moving packs to
Yep.
The end?
bottom section
Cool.
because these are the same. Turns out.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is
Hellblade 2 will
something-
be on Unreal.
Give me a second. I need to figure something out here.
We're gonna play the trailer again because it's been
okay.
months. So this is kind of an interesting story actually, because the Unreal 5 engine got showed off in that teaser for the PS5. Turns out that the Xbox Series X and PC game Hellblade 2, which was shown off in December, was actually running on Unreal 5 already.
Why is it not showing up?
Well,
And David, you know,
it is, but it's
does
not.
something.
There.
There's some features that are coming with Unreal 5 proper that are not out yet.
And this is an amazing trailer, so I figure we could play it again anyway.
Yeah. Also, you should all play Hellblade. If you haven't played Hellblade. Yeah, it's real good water, dude. Those are some volumetric clouds. Look at that. With nice particles.
I love your commentary.
Smoke.
So that was all in engine in Unreal 5.
It looks real
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, just a little bit.
good. Yeah.
Hey, people, if you haven't played the original Hellblade, go do that. It's amazing. It's also pretty cheap, I remember.
I have to
Hellblade.
make a confession. I actually haven't played it. I
Oh,
100% intend to play it, and I do own it. I just haven't played it yet.
It is
Um,
$30 US, which I believe is the regular price.
Man, I think I own that game like 3 or 4 times at this point.
It's not depressing. It's intense, I would say. So basically, Hellblade as a concept is an allegory for anxiety. So it is absolutely like anxiety, any type of psychosomatic disorder like schizophrenia or anything else like that. It's supposed to simulate that for you, and it does
wow.
a bang up job. Let me tell you what.
Eric, do you own it?
Hellblade?
Yeah.
Yeah, I own it.
Okay.
I literally answered you. They're not going to do that, Alexis. They will never do that. It doesn't handle vehicles well. You can't make a game like Star Citizen in Unreal.
Not only that, but they have a whole team of engine developers on staff.
They're making their own engine. It's fine.
Yeah, totally.
Literally, because a thing looks good, it looks good at a small scale. We need something to look good at a large scale, which is why Star Citizen will never move to Unreal. Good question for the Star Citizen podcast on Saturday. So real quick, Hellblade is an extremely important game. You should absolutely play that game. It's extremely stressful, but it's also extremely short. So
I've heard.
So it won't take you very long to beat. You can play it in pretty short spurts. It has a really cool aesthetic, like this ethereal, like it's kind of like Viking purgatory is how I would describe it. Absolutely incredible game. If you like story-driven games at all, you need to play that game. 100%. You need to play that game.
Cool.
Jake, Xbox.
Yes.
Or is that Eric?
Well, that was I put that in there, so
Okay.
I'll talk about it. The Microsoft saying the next Xbox Series X showcase is in July. They sound very excited about it.
Yep. It's the big hardware one. They said that basically they're splitting their like almost 2-hour presentation that they had planned for E3 into 2 parts, which we already saw the first part of. So
Perfect.
This is going to be the rest of it.
Awesome. We'll try and cover that if we can.
Yep.
Sims
Yes!
are
Oh
peeing
my
fire.
God, I forgot about this. So there's an update. There's an update that again, Calexis, it's not bleak or depressing. It's just intense.
And a lot
They're-
of really, really good games are bleak and depressing too. So
they're-
it's not the worst
yeah.
thing in the world. If
Yeah,
it
The
is.
Last of Us is bleak and depressing.
Yeah, and amazing.
Yeah. So the Sims are peeing fire. I think I don't know if this story is real, but I heard it. And
It is real.
I look. No. The fact that they were peeing fire was real, but the story behind it might not be real.
Oh, okay.
So the original intended mechanic was for your Sims in The Sims 4 to pee on a fire in order to put it out.
Yes.
So like if they couldn't get to water quick enough, but their bladders were full, they could just start
They would
peeing
pee on
on
the
that
fire.
fire.
I mean, anybody would, really.
Yes, right? Okay, makes complete sense. For some reason, so this is the story I heard. I really do not know how much this is true. So please take this with a grain of salt. Please do not take this for a fact. But apparently the developer completely misunderstood. And instead programmed them to literally pee and light things on fire with the pee.
Which they are currently doing.
QA apparently thought that it was absolutely hilarious and pushed it through. So
We're not flagging this one, boys.
I don't know if this is a true story or not,
God,
but
that's
oh
amazing.
my god, I lost my mind. It was
that
so
is
funny.
amazing.
Oh man, that's so
All right.
funny.
All right, let's talk about new video games. So,
No,
what?
not yet.
What do you mean? We're at the end.
Except for the thing that we're clicking on in the document.
Is Shiver here?
No,
Well, I don't know, but
Shiver, what are the NVIDIA rumors you're talking about?
I have them.
oh, there
Oh.
you go, perfect.
Apparently, the 3000
Man.
series might have a dual processor system on the 3080 and the 3090. And
Yep.
the second processor might be dedicated entirely to RTX processing.
Yeah, I've heard that before. That's a
yeah.
man. Those things are gonna be beasts in terms of
Yeah.
cooling. Holy crap! They'll
I
also
don't know
cost.
how that's gonna work.
They will also cost both of your legs and
Yeah.
maybe part of your torso.
Okay. All right, people. We've got a lot of video games to talk about.
Okay.
So here we go. Number one, the most important announcement of all. The most important video game of our lives, maybe. Is Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory, which is a rhythm game that is going to have canonical story in it. Because of course, this is Kingdom Hearts. There will be nothing left.
Oh my
So,
god.
fun fact: did you guys ever play Theat Rhythm on the DS?
No.
No.
It's that. So like this is just another one of those games,
Oh, okay.
and they're really good. So maybe it'll be good. Okay. Good
That's
Lord.
hilarious.
So,
We got to get through these. We got.
Yeah.
Several.
Here. Hold on. I lost one of the lists. There we go. Okay. Here we go. All right. Kingdom Hearts. Oh yeah, the Nintendo announced the rest of the Lego sets for Mario.
Nice.
Should
You
we
see the
move?
Lego Mario stuff? It's crazy. Oh, okay. Let's talk about Star Wars. All right. Star Wars has a new game coming out from Electronic Farts, and it is called Star Wars Squadrons. It has a really, really pretty pre-rendered trailer.
Yep.
But we are going to see gameplay for it on Thursday.
Thursday.
Which, by the way, on Thursday, me and Eric, at the very least, David is a hard maybe. We are going to stream over the EA
EA Play.
conference, which is at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. And they're going to show gameplay for this thing. So apparently, it is a space combat game where you pilot various spaceships. It is first person, so it is from the cockpit view. And here's where it starts to get interesting. Number one, $40. So obviously going to be a smaller scoped game. Number
Totally.
two, 0 microtransactions confirmed by EA. Number three, VR,
Yeah, that's
which
really
is
cool.
already like, oh. And then they give me this, which is just the cherry on top. HOTAS support.
Oh my.
Woo!
Whew. That's enough to
Now,
make Star Wars or Star Citizen gamers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If this is 6 Degrees of Freedom, space combat, multiplayer,
VR.
simulation, combat game, this is X-Wing v TIE Fighter, the spiritual successor, I am going to cry. Now, Calexis, here's the thing. You say that. You say this. Number one, we have nothing to go on because this is a brand new EA studio with a brand new team that has never made a game before. So it could go literally any direction. Number two, EA just put out an excellent Star Wars game called Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. It is unbelievable. It is incredible. Maybe like top 3 Star Wars games. Like, please play that game.
I need to play that game
one
really
other
bad.
thing. So there's one other thing that I've been thinking about that I kind of want to mention because when did Battlefront 2 come out?
2017.
2017. Now, how long does it approximately take to spin up a new studio and make a new game?
They've been working on this longer than Battlefront 2 came out.
Yes.
Yeah, it takes at least to spin
This
up a
is-
new studio and make a game, probably 4 years.
4 or 5 years.
EA Motive was founded in like 2013.
So
Okay.
when Battlefront 2 came out, it had a whole bunch of PR disasters. It wasn't a very good game. It looked really pretty, but sucked. They
They
had
just
microtransactions
repeatedly.
up the ass. Like, people boycotted EA due to all the crap from it, right?
Do you know what's yet another example of a game that after years and years of work, it's actually in a really good place and
Battlefront
you
2?
should probably check it out? Battlefront 2.
It's also
But-
dirt cheap last time I looked.
Yes.
Yep. But here's the thing. There was talk at the time of like EA losing the Star Wars license because they hadn't done anything decent with it.
There was a lot of anger there.
A lot of anger. And
Yeah,
there's
When you
a
got the
part of
Disney
me.
boot on your neck.
Yeah, but there's a part of me that thinks that they were able to go to Disney and be like, look, here's what we've got coming down the pipeline. We've got I can't remember the name of it. Fallen Order?
Yep.
Yeah, Fallen Order. We've got Squadrons. We've got who knows what else. There is good
Well, that's
on the
why.
horizon. So I'm tentatively optimistic.
Yeah. Please play Fallen Order. If you like Dark Souls games,
Fallen Order is good.
Fallen Order is a Star Wars Dark Souls game.
I mean, Calexis, I don't disagree with that. Wait till the price comes down, but do try it.
It's not a Dark Souls game. It's Sekiro.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Okay,
Speaking of
what
another
else-
game,
what else we got?
another game I really want to play.
Sekiro?
Sekiro. Yeah,
Sekiro. Yeah, you should do that. It was Game of the Year last year.
I know.
Everspace 2 looks good, but we've seen it a million times. It's got to come out already. Come on now.
Yep.
Don't nod. The developers who made Life is Strange are working on a new game called Twin Mirror.
Please.
It looks like Alan Wake, Twin Peaks, like
It's Alan Wake.
small. Yeah, but it's probably an adventure game and not a action horror game.
Yeah. We'll see.
Looks cool. I've liked everything that developer has made, so yeah, that'll be interesting. Hey, Calexis, I got a spoiler for you, buddy. Jedi Fallen Order, it's made by Respawn 2.
Ooh, Respawn's good.
Yeah.
They make great games.
Respawn makes good video games. It was also helmed by the guy who directed God of War 3 and worked on the previous 2 God of War games.
Oh
So
wow.
yes. It's got a couple good things going for it. Mortal Shell, which looks like a Souls game, but I don't know if it's a Souls game. It just looks very scary and
I think
like
it's
dark gothic
definitely a
horror.
Souls game. It really
It
seems
looks
like
good.
but some of the hints in the trailer, it almost looks like you are just a shell and you are able to inhabit the
Yeah,
corpses of the things that you kill.
yeah.
There's one part of the trailer where like there's this empty shell of a thing and he grabs this suit of armor and like inserts himself into it, and
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's what they're doing.
Yeah. I like crazy naked man.
Yeah.
Also Calexis, I'm just gonna keep talking to you if that's cool. You're here in the chat. There's only like 8 other people and 3 of them are us. So um so cool. So here's the thing that also makes me like, oh, like EA wasn't able to get any sort of weird monetization hands on it. It has no microtransactions, and there has been and will not be any DLC. There's no DLC. They released a free update on Star Wars Day for Jedi Fallen Order that added a horde mode, new game plus, and some more lightsaber colors. So for free. So that's
Free is
that's
good.
cool.
Quick. What else we got? I still
yeah,
want to get to my
okay.
rant.
All right, we're going. So Godfall, nobody cares. Remnant, nobody cares. Mafia Definitive Edition, we knew about that already, but that is coming very soon.
Looks good.
Ooblitz is entering early access finally, which is going to be really cool. That it's this cutesy Pokemon thing from Double Fine. Double Fine is making that. Evil Genius 2 is coming.
Yes.
Ooh.
That looks amazing.
Ooh, I'm so excited for that thing.
Yeah.
So it looks like 2 Point Hospital given exactly double the budget.
Yeah.
Totally.
So,
speaking of which, 2 Point Hospital is a very good game too.
Very good game.
Yep.
But you can like with 2 Point Hospital, you can tell that this was like made in Unity, and like, had a very small team working on it. But this thing looks crazy, and I'm very excited for it. It's literally the first game just completely cranked to 11.
Evil Genius 2.
It's coming this year.
Yep.
Which is
Crazy.
That's amazing. I love when games are announced and they're like, yeah, it's just coming out like in 5 minutes.
Later. You can play it soon.
This announcement is crazy, and I never thought I would see this in 10 billion years. Persona 4 Golden is on PC right now for $20.
Yeah.
If you like JRPGs, Persona 4 Golden might be the best one. It might be the best one. It's very good. In Persona 4 Golden was like the definitive edition, so they added like whole new storylines, they added new characters, they added all kinds of stuff. It was only available on the PlayStation Vita.
Wow.
So not a lot of people got to play this thing. I did. I played the crap out of it. It was wonderful. Please go play that game if you like JRPGs.
It's $20.
If anybody's curious how well it ported to PC, has actually been reviewed on PC. And it's currently rocking an 86. So despite the difficulties of porting from PS Vita to PC, it sounds like it made it across okay.
It's also overwhelmingly positive on Steam right now, 96%.
Yeah.
There you go. 96 on Steam.
Yes, Shiver, thank you. Well, I mean, I call RPGs from like the US and Europe Western RPGs, so
they have a very different style.
Yeah, they have different styles to them. That's just how I differentiate them. So Persona 4, $20. Please vote with your wallet if you like JRPGs. because the people at Atlas notoriously despise the PC platform. They always have, and this is insane to me. They literally have come out in press releases and saying they will never put a game on PC.
So
And
buy the hell out of it and show them that
please, yes,
show them that it's worth it for them.
please, Persona 5 Royal on PC would be the greatest thing ever. Anyway,
All right, what do we have
all right,
next?
let's keep going. There's a new trailer for VTM Bloodlines 2, which is always good. Again, known quantity there. Let's see. Disco Elysium is coming to the Switch.
Ooh,
That
that's
is
good.
cool. All right, so there's a bunch of indie games here as well. One of them that really caught my eye was a game called Gestalt Steam and Cinder. It looks like a side-scrolly Metroidvania type thing, but it has it's got that like Firefly Western sci-fi look to it, and like a steampunky type sci-fi, and that makes me very happy. So that looks cool. There's a demo for it right now on Steam. There's a game called Fights in Tight Spaces. It looks like Super Hot, and
Okay.
it is a puzzle game, but it plays like a tactics game. So you basically you have this very small like a jail cell basically, and you're one dude, and you have to do these crazy cool moves in the right order in the right way in order to solve the puzzle of punching the other dudes in your jail cell. It looks cool, and I want to play it. It looks fun. Yeah.
So I just very, very brief aside.
Yes.
If you go and look on first of all, Persona 4 Golden is second on Steam, at least
Yes.
in Canada, for top sellers right now.
Persona 4 is good. Good video
Also
game.
under the how games have tags in Steam.
Yeah.
Yes.
The second most popular tag for Persona 4 Golden is Masterpiece.
Yep. That's because it is.
I've never seen that tag before.
That's because it is.
Anyway,
Uh,
go ahead.
It's on Divinity. It's on DOS 2.
Oh,
the
it
Masterpiece
definitely deserves to be on
Um,
DOS too.
So yeah, Calexis, that is the JRPG there. It's called Persona 4 Golden. It's really hard to miss right now on Steam. Yeah, Bloodlines 2, it's coming. It should be later this year. I'm expecting Q1 on that one. Which is fine by me because man, there's a lot of video games coming out.
No doubt.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So Gestalt, definitely check that out. It's called Gest. Hold on, let me just
Gestalt.
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 Gestalt, Steam and Cinder.
Did you get it? Who got it?
what else
How
we
do I
got, Jake?
How do I share things from Steam?
You look it up in an internet
Oh,
browser.
I got it.
And then
I got it.
paste
I
the
got
link.
it. I found
Actually,
it.
you can when you're on this page, you can just right click anywhere and click copy URL.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yep,
Yeah.
there it is. All right.
Nice.
So, Bloodlines was a bit of a mess, but man, was it good. All right. West of Dead, and it's out already. It is a twin stick shooter, and it has a really cool art style, and the main character is voiced by Ron Perlman of Hellblade
Oh yeah, baby.
and Sons of Anarchy fame. It's called West of Dead is what it's called.
Ron Perlman is wrestling Congress.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is. He's wrestling the Zodiac killer is what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway.
it's coming out this week. West of Dead. I'm gonna put that in the chat here.
Where is your list, Jake? Because I got stuff I want to talk about too.
I know. I was about to finish.
Oh, okay, cool.
I got one more, and then you can go up with your
Cool.
list.
Cool.
Go.
It's a big one.
What?
It's a little game from this small Scandinavian studio. by the name of Larian.
Yeah, yeah. I think I've heard of that once, twice.
It's a tiny little baby game.
Yep.
Called I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's based on the hit tabletop RPG game called Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know if you've ever played that.
Never heard of that before.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's called Baldur's Gate 3. And
Yeah.
it's coming out in early access in August. And
Yeah.
it's gonna take an immense amount of self-control for me not to play it.
Oh my god.
It does in fact take place in a small port city with a gate. Yes, it does. Big gate, large gate, very big gate. Yes. They put out a new trailer for that, and it looks great, as it always does. They did an immense amount of improvements to the visuals on it, which are very apparent in the trailer from even like 3 months ago, which is crazy. And they are going to do another game live stream Thursday morning ahead of the Dungeons and Dragons live. So he's going to play like an hour of the game. The audience is going to choose what he does, the choices he makes in the game, which is going to be great. Yes, 2 days from now, like butt crack of dawn.
Yep.
It's like
Yep.
9 o'clock in the morning.
I got one more really big game I want to talk about.
Yes.
Resident Evil 8.
Yes. Oh my god.
Village.
I forgot about Resident Evil 8.
How did you forget about Resident Evil?
I wasn't even going through the Sony conference.
Yeah, I mean, there's so
Um,
much more, but I want to end at some point tonight.
Okay.
We're getting there.
Well, if we're talking about the Sony conference, then I got a couple other things.
I know, but Village.
Two big ones.
Resident
two
Evil
big-
8. Resident Evil
Yep.
7 changed Resident Evil.
Yeah, it's a perfect horror game.
It's
one of
probably the
games I've
best
ever played.
horror game ever made at this point.
It's.
I mean, it's definitely the best Resident Evil game. No doubt.
Yes, absolutely the best Resident Evil game. Silent Hill 2 with like a word.
It's 7 is really
It's up there.
interesting because it switched it up entirely from bland like zombie shooter that 5 and 6 were horrible.
Yeah.
4 was great, but 5 and 6 were bad. And it went full on like American body horror,
Yeah.
just gross and disgusting. But 8 looks like they're doing a complete shift over to full on gothic horror and like werewolves and creepy castles. I am
Yeah.
so excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
So excited for Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the last two big games from the Sony conference, which by the way, just go watch the Sony conference because there are some video games coming and they
Not only
look
that, it was like the
very
perfect.
good.
It was like the
Fuck
perfect
you,
conference.
sure.
They just showed games for like
Yeah.
for
Over
like
an hour. Yeah. So the two big ones that I'm looking forward to from that list are Spider-Man Miles Morales,
Yes.
which is coming at launch for the PlayStation 5, which is pretty cool. That's cool. And at long last, finally, literally my probably most anticipated game other than Cyberpunk is Horizon
Oh,
Forgotten West.
Oh my
And-
god.
Good lord.
My heart
hey,
smiled.
everybody in the chat, please, if voting for your wallet was ever a thing, now is the time. Coming probably in the next month or two is a port of Horizon Zero Dawn to PC.
To PC.
Turns out, and this is going solely on the system specs for Death Stranding, the Decima engine runs perfectly on PC. So it is going to be a really good way to test out your hardware, especially if you have an HDR monitor. Because good lord, I played Horizon Zero Dawn at 4K on an OLED HDR TV, and my goodness, one of the most beautiful video game experiences I've ever had. So definitely check that out. And they are making another one. It's called The Forgotten West.
I just want
Forbidden
to.
West. Forbidden West.
I
Forbidden
want to
West.
just
West.
mention Resident Evil again because Resident Evil 1 to 3 were good. They were like sort of over the top. Like
I didn't
slower
like
games.
Resident Evil 3 at all, neither the original nor the remake.
Really?
Yeah.
4 was
Two
the
is
first game to do over the shoulder shooter. Resident Evil 4 started that. Yep. Look it up.
And wow, it's very silent.
What is
Let's-
the first shoulder camera third person shooter? Ironically, it was supposed to be Halo.
Which it was not.
Um,
I'm actually really glad Halo wasn't over the
It
shoulder.
was Resident Evil 4 that brought over the shoulder.
I can't quickly find it, but I'm gonna find it.
Giant Bomb. Over the shoulder aiming was first brought to prominence by its use in Resident Evil 4.
Prominence doesn't mean it was
True.
the first.
Yeah, there might have been some guy in his basement making an over-the-shoulder shooter.
Anyway, so that's I mean that's not it for new games, but that's a small taste, and there's going to be more next week because there's tons of video games things happening. And
Yeah.
I really want to talk about one of the video game things happening that I think is fantastic. Wait, no, we got to do section 3 first.
Oh, yeah, it's like you're skipping a whole
Yeah,
section.
sorry. Really quickly. Section
These
3.
are very quick.
Free shit. Ark and Samurai Showdown are free on Epic Games right now.
Arc bad, Samurai Showdown pretty good.
Yep. And then on GOG, if you have Witcher 3 on Xbox One or PS4 and you link your account, GOG will give you a free PC copy of The Witcher 3 up until June 23rd.
Yep.
Which you should do anyway because GOG Galaxy 2.0 is amazing.
Yep.
It is really great. I love it. I've linked all my shart
Yep.
into
Yep.
there.
Also me.
Okay.
I also did this.
So
Section 4.
Section 4, I'm going to yell about something. Because there's something going on right now that I think is fantastic.
Yeah.
The Steam Game Festival Summer Edition on right now through to June 22nd. And then later in the year, the PAX Online, September 12th through the 20th.
24
I believe
hours
it's
a
going
day.
to be the
for
same
9
sort
days.
of thing. Jake, you were saying?
What?
The PAX is
Again.
going to be the same sort of thing as the Summer Game
Yes,
Festival, right?
So let me talk about PAX real quick.
Quick.
So PAX, well, this will lead into the garbage you talk about. So PAX is not happening in either Australia nor Seattle in September.
Yep.
So instead, they're putting the entire show online. And when they say the entire show, they mean the entire show. So everybody who is planning to, everybody who opted in for this, obviously, they're going to set up, they're going to have a place where you can download game demos. They're going to partner with Steam and Epic and everybody else to do that, to download those demos for the length of PAX, which is now 9 days and not 3. And also, they're going to do all of the panels on a live stream. They're going to have 3 live streams going all day, every day. They will
Literally all day. I was blown away
Yep.
by that. 24 hours a day for nine days straight.
They're going to have storefronts for the companies who are going to be selling like collectibles and merch and all that stuff, all in one place for you. It's literally a virtual PAX experience and one of the coolest things that is happening. this year.
And
so.
and the thing that I
Yeah.
love about this and about the Steam Game Festival is we have literally gone back to the future. One of my I've got these little memories of buying
Mhm.
PC magazines, and in those
Yes.
magazines there was either a floppy disk or a CD with game demos. And
Mhm.
you try out game demos, and I loved it. And
It was
sometimes
great.
that was all I needed. All I needed was a game demo because the game demo was like an hour long and I was, 3 and couldn't play video games anyway, so it took me 18 months to get through one. Right?
Yeah.
But the game demos, I even remember when I first got the original was it the original Xbox? Crackdown. There was a demo for Crackdown that was
Yeah.
just a section of the city walled off, and you could do anything in that entire section of the city. And then I later bought Crackdown because I loved the demo so much.
I bought Crackdown to play Halo 3.
I know most people did, but demos are fantastic. and right now on Steam, you open up the Summer of Gaming link, and it's just there's just
Demo
game
after
demos.
demo after demo.
900 demos.
Just demo after demo.
900. How did they
900.
get that many companies to put demos up?
But
Well,
you
wow.
no,
mouse
the-
over
the first-
anything.
The first last year was just a test run to show people that people would love it.
Yep.
And so they're doing it again this year, and now they have buy-in from
Amazing.
all of these developers that
Yep.
are making stuff. So
mouse over
it helped-
any game
I-
on that
I
page.
gotta hand it to Steam. They added some cool UI stuff for
Mhm.
this thing this year. Like basically, like there's the quick pitch
Yep.
button, which gives you like the press release of that game, has like screenshots and video. Developers are live streaming their own games, and you can see it right on the store pages.
They're
and
live
it'll show
streaming
you when you're doing it
developer interviews.
in the thumbnail. Yeah. So literally, like if a game looks interesting, it's like you just are hanging out at their booth at PAX or something, and you're just watching the game or watching the developer talk about it, which is awesome. It's a really cool thing that they did.
I've already started downloading demos
this.
left and right because
Yeah,
why not?
I
I've
downloaded a
tried
bunch.
Sail Forth, which is cool and better than Sea of Thieves already. Destroy All
That
Humans.
doesn't sound hard.
I know. Destroy All Humans. The remake has a demo. Haven, which looks great. Iron Harvest, which is like a World War One, but there are giant steam robots. Mr. Prepper, Blunt Force is a VR game with the demo. Jake, your Gestalt, Steam and Cinder has a demo.
Yep.
Like
Yep. Oh, I'm gonna play it.
this is such a fantastic time. We've gone back to the time when you can actually try games, because for the longest time after Blockbuster shut down, there was no way to try a damn game that you wanted to play without
Yep.
buying it.
Buying it. Yeah. That's why, honestly, I think that is part of what led to watching people play games on Twitch became so popular.
Yeah. How else are you going to find out if it's any good? You can't trust game reviews, because
Not explicitly.
so I don't know. I'm not angry about this. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that
Hey,
game demos are back.
So can I
You
can I
broke
point
the
out
stream.
What?
Oh,
What the?
it is broken. In fact, our faces are gone. We don't have faces anymore.
What the hell?
Oh my
That's
god.
impressive.
No, I don't know. It moved all of our faces off the screen.
Oh, good.
Fine.
They're gone.
I mean, who needs a face anyway?
Nobody.
What the hell?
So I just wanted to mention something while we're trying to get our faces back. One of the things I discovered going through the Steam Summer Festival here is a game called Barn Finders, which
Yes.
is Storage Wars but for barns.
Uh-huh. I don't get my face. I see.
I'm I'm a little horrified and a little intrigued.
But yeah, like it's an awesome thing for discoverability. The only downside to this is if you have a data cap.
Yeah.
This is a bad
luck.
time. Oh hey, also there's a game that came out in early access today called Hard Space Shipbreaker. Has
Yes.
very positive reviews. It is literally what I want the Star Citizen salvage mechanic to be. But just that's the whole game.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Is there a demo for that one, or is it just early access right now?
well, it came out today, so I don't think there's. A
Oh, okay,
demo.
just early access. Cool.
Yeah. It's $20.
Not bad at all.
Yeah. All right. I think that is our show.
Oh, that's from the people who made the Homeworld Deserts of Karak.
It is.
Yeah.
In fact.
Cool.
Yeah.
Noskavian,
but yeah,
CIG have already been checking it out. Disco Lando on Twitter was like, not gonna buy it.
Disco
Not
Lando,
gonna buy it.
the man-
Not gonna buy it.
the man-
Not gonna buy it.
the
Not
man
gonna buy it.
who-
Oh shit! I bought it.
The man who decides the man who designs Star Citizen mechanics, Disco Lando.
He doesn't
That's
design
right.
Star Citizen mechanics, but I mean, if he's checking it out, you know,
they're at least aware of
CIG people will be checking it out. They like
Yeah.
games.
I know Proxys has been looking at it too.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but when you're looking to do something in games, it does help to look at other things other people have done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
All right.
lot of that. Anyway,
Yes. All
hey,
right.
thanks everybody. That was
Guys,
fun.
this was good.
Hey guys, we're streaming like regular now, so
It's
please
crazy.
tune in to our live streams. Our next one is going to be Thursday at we'll probably go live at about 3:30 Pacific, maybe a little later than that. 3:30, 3:45. We're gonna cover the EA thing. So the Star Wars game, new Apex updates, probably some other stuff. Probably. So yeah. Come hang out with at least me and Eric, probably David, maybe, possibly. And then come back on Saturday for your regularly scheduled Relay Station podcast.
Yeah.
We'll talk about only a single video game, just one.
Yep.
You promise we'll just talk about one?
No.
No,
I would never
I don't
promise
think
that.
we can make that promise.
we don't do that.
No.
So for the moment, the show for Saturday is me, Jake, and Fast Cart.
That's part. Yep.
And I'm gonna see if we can get a fourth, but even that 3 is pretty great, I have to say.
Yep.
We're giving David some time off from his time in the salt mine.
From my
Yep.
concussion. Yeah.
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 I
You said your
literally
head's fine.
there are entire conversations that I had last week that I don't remember.
Fun.
Doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
So yeah. Come hang
Yeah.
out on Thursday and Saturday, and then come back next week for another one of these, whatever we decide to call it.
Also, life lesson: everybody, don't hit yourself in the head with a sledgehammer.
Yeah, don't do that. This show will go live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, so right after work or right before bed,
Yep.
or in Shiver's case, kind of like brunch time.
Brunch.
Brunch.
I'm hungry.
That sounds good. All right. Goodbye,
All
everybody.
right. Bye, everyone. We love you
See
all.
you in a couple days.
Thank you, everybody. See you soon.
10 a.m. Yeah, brunch time.